Well, I did pause it until Zoan Kitty right there. He decided to swipe it with his paw and stopped recording. So that's the reason why this is part 1 and part 2. That and also Zoan Kitty got overly excited and started trying to bite my hand. I've already let him calm down a little bit, and he's doing better now. He's not trying to push me out of the way constantly. Anyway, beard looks better. Still have the scar. Of course, I give him praise, and he immediately starts us up again. He wasn't on the bed until right before I started recording. So, I'm recording from the phone that I'm complaining about. So, the reason why this bothers me is that this seems to be a pattern with all Android devices. And I'm sure that iPhones have a similar issue, but I'm not as experienced with them. Namely, in phones, tablets like this one seem to be perfectly fine. Just phones. Well, they don't age gracefully. This phone is, 3 years old? Roughly? Not even? Hey. Zoan is being really, energetic and bitey tonight. Not to mention the claws. Keep in mind, I'm not touching his stomach or anything, but he's acting like I am. Anyway, phones that are older than about 3 years or so, or really 2 years, start having these major issues, and I don't quite understand why, technically. As in, it's almost like the USB-C port is designed to fail after 2 years, even though it doesn't fail on other devices. So I actually have my previous tablet still. It is over here, because I use it for reading at night. My previous tablet right here. It was plugged into USB-C. It's a USB-C tablet. I've had this tablet longer than this phone. I have 0 issues with the USB-C port. It just works. Works great. The tablet is made by Asus. And yeah, there's another tablet. This tablet was made by Samsung. Admittedly, this tablet's newer. It's only a year old or so. And it also has no signs of having any USB-C port problems. Battery life is perfectly fine right now on both devices. The battery life thing might be because I'm using my phone more often than other things, and batteries do tend to lose capacity over time. And I would love to be able to replace this battery, but have you tried to replace a battery in a smartphone anytime recently? It is a royal nightmare because they glue everything together, and trying to replace it is a hazard-filled trip, shall we say. I have snapped multiple screens of devices that I've tried to replace the battery on. Really wish I would have started recording with the phone in the other direction. That would be easier to hold. Anyway, I hate this trend. I hate it so much that I wanted to try to find a device that has a replaceable battery. They don't exist. The last user replaceable battery in a phone was an LG phone, which is the same phone that I mentioned at the start of this conversation, the same class of phone that I mentioned at the start of this conversation. The Nexus 5X was made by LG, along with the I don't remember what new phone was. My partner had bought a LG phone that was theoretically new, and it turns out it wasn't. That also had the same boot loop issue. That one happened after 6 months. And no, I'm not going to buy an LG phone. I've had so many issues with them. They're the only ones that have replaceable batteries. So I can replace the battery in this phone. It'll cost me $129, I think was the last quote. That's parts and labor. But because the USB-C port is so bad, I'd probably need to have that replaced too. And at that point, I've bought myself a new phone. So it's not quite planned obsolescence. Planned obsolescence in the phone's case would probably be that the phone is too slow to use. This phone is nowhere near too slow to use. It's faster than if I bought a $300 phone, I would actually have a slower phone. Not by much. Not by very much at all. In fact, it'd probably be very similar in performance. But these are basically computers that we stick in our pockets. They're relatively durable, especially since I have a really thick case on this one, since I've snapped the back glass, which, as a sidebar, why is there glass on the back of a phone? Whose dumb idea was that? There's no reason for it. I don't care that it looks nicer. Give me a plastic wrapped phone. That's fine. But glass? Why? Anyway. What was I saying? I know I was ranting about my phone, but I don't remember because it's really late at night. Let's see. Oh yeah, so performance-wise, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with any of its functions, nothing wrong with any of its features. The speakers are still working perfectly fine. Microphone's still working perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with Wi-Fi, nothing wrong with cell signal. There's no 5G in this area, even if I could actually use it in any way. There's nothing wrong with this phone beyond the stupid battery and the stupid USB-C port. Those are both theoretically replaceable, but they're stupidly difficult and complicated to get at. Maybe I'll just do it myself and plan on buying a new phone just in case after this pandemic's done. Anyway, this has been a long day and I've had a pretty bad day. But I wanted to rant about something. So you gotta rant about my phone in 2 parts. Talk to you next time, Internet. Bye. Oh, I didn't even say good kitten. What am I doing? This one has not been a good kitten today. But he will be. Bye.